Hi, I'm Colton, and I will be doing a book talk on The Hobbit or There and Back Again. This book is about a trusted and very unlikely hero named Bilbo Baggins. Um, he is very trusted by Gandalf the Great, a very strong, or Grey, sorry, Grey, a very strong wizard that knows Bilbo Baggins a little more personally than the dwarves, the 13 dwarves. And I like to say that this book is a great book because it's adventurous and a gripping story. It conveys a lot of emotions and otherwise very good storylines. This book conveys adventure between a group of unknowns who become friends. The group of unknowns being the 13 dwarves. Now, these 13 dwarves are very rowdy and everything, so they're kind of hard to get along with at first, but they eventually get to that point. But later on, Bilbo does, in fact, save the leader, Thorin Oakenshield, and he gains their trust and kind of becomes, part of their pack and part of their family. And then through the whole story, it's encased in a journey with enemies, big and small, that are chasing them while I'd say the group heads to their destination. They're heading to the mountains which the dwarves live in that has smog in it with their treasure, and that's the reason why they got, recruited Bilbo, is to help them steal their treasure back from the mountain where they lived. But now smog is currently in there, and he took their treasure that is rightfully theirs. This book is gripping because it has a lot of good storylines, or a good storyline, and withholds a lot of action. And the storyline is great because it shows how the most unlikely person, Bilbo Baggins, becomes more of a warrior and less of the lazy, kicked back person he was before. He's also given the sword by Gandalf, and it actually glows when it's around enemies, and he ends up using it in future books and stories in the future. So I like to say that the story does have a lot of action with it because through its battles and fights with the orcs that have been chasing them while they are on their way to their mountain, which the dwarves live in, um, they protect themselves from all the unwanted danger, such as the orcs and I believe goblins that are always to come, and they never leave them alone. And this book is just it's really cool because it shows how someone who can't do much, as in that expertise, as Bilbo Baggins didn't, he's not a fighter, he's not that big of, a big violence kind of guy, goes along and earns the trust of warriors and comes about and changes everybody's mind about him, and it just kind of does very well. This book to me shows a lot of emotion, but at the same time, you'd have to read it to know what I'm talking about. This book is really nice, and it's um kind of like the movies, but they're very detailed and honest. You'd have to read them to know. So read this book. Thank you.